There's something I have noticed about life after 60. It's supposed to be this golden time, a chance to relax, enjoy the fruits of our labor, and savor the moments that truly matter. But for so many people, that's not what happens. Instead, they find themselves feeling stuck, frustrated, or even lonely, wondering where all the joy went. Now, I don't say that to discourage you, quite the opposite, because here's the good news. Happiness after 60 isn't about luck or circumstance, it's about choices. And the truth is, many of us unknowingly make mistakes that chip away at our joy without even realizing it. That's what we are going to talk about today. 5 common mistakes people make that can quietly destroy happiness after 60, and more importantly, how to avoid them so you can live these years with more fulfillment, connection, and peace than ever before. So let's start with the first mistake, and this one might surprise you. The mistake number 1: waiting for happiness to find you. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'll be happy when, maybe it's when the grandkids visit more often, or when my health improves, or even when I finally take that big trip? It's natural to look forward to things. But here's the problem: happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of traveling. When we put our joy on hold, waiting for the perfect conditions, we miss out on the small, beautiful moments happening right now. That morning cup of coffee, a phone call with an old friend, the way the sunlight comes through the window just right. These are the things that add up to a happy life. The fix: start practicing gratitude, not just as a vague idea, but as a daily habit. Take 2 minutes each morning to write down one or two things you are thankful for. It could be as simple as a good night's sleep or a bird singing outside your window. Over time, this shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already here, and that makes all the difference. Mistake number 2: isolating yourself without realizing it. Now, this one creeps up on people. Maybe you have slowed down a bit, or friends have moved away, or it just feels easier to stay home. But here's what happens: without meaningful connection, our world gets smaller. And when that happens, it's easy to start feeling invisible, like life is passing you by. But human beings aren't meant to live in isolation, no matter our age. We thrive when we are seen, heard, and valued. That doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar, but it does mean making an effort to stay engaged. So, what can you do? Reach out, even when you don't feel like. Call an old friend just to chat. Join a community group, even if it's online. Strike up a conversation with the cashier at the grocery store. These small interactions keep you connected to the world, and that connection is like fuel for happiness. And here's something important to remember: it's never too late to make new friends. Some of the most meaningful relationships begin later in life, when we have got the time and wisdom to appreciate them. Now, these first two mistakes are big ones, but there's another that's just as important, and it has to do with how we see ourselves as we get older, but we'll talk about that next. One of the most powerful things about getting older is the wisdom we have collected over the years. All those lessons, all those experiences that shape how we see the world. But sometimes, without even realizing it, we let a single story define us. I am too old for that. And that brings us to mistake number 3: believing your best years are behind you. How many times have you heard someone say, or maybe even thought yourself, oh, that's for young people, or I missed my chance? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life's biggest moments are in the rearview mirror. But here's the truth: your age isn't a limit, it's an advantage. Think about it. You have got decades of experience, a clearer sense of what matters, and far less patience for nonsense. That's a recipe for making these years some of your most meaningful yet. The key is to keep growing, learning, and trying new things, not despite your age, but because of it. So ask yourself, what's something you have always wanted to do but never got around to? Maybe it's learning to paint, write your life story, or even just exploring a new part of town. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to matter to you. Because when we stay curious and engaged, we remind ourselves that life isn't winding down, it's opening in new ways. Mistake number 4: neglecting your body because it's too late. Now, this one's tricky because our bodies do change as we age. There's no denying that. But too many people make the mistake of thinking, what's the point now? They stop moving, stop paying attention to how they fuel themselves, and resign themselves to feeling just okay. But here's the thing: your body listens to what you tell it. If you treat it like it's done for, it'll act like it. But if you give it even a little care, gentle movement, good food, rest, it'll surprise you with what it can still do. I'm not talking about running marathons. It's about finding small, sustainable ways to feel better. A short walk in the morning, stretching while you watch TV, drinking an extra glass of water. These aren't dramatic changes, but they add up to more energy, less stiffness, and a brighter outlook. And here's the best part: when you feel better physically, it spills over into everything else. You sleep better, your mood lifts. Suddenly, that hobby or social outing you have been putting off doesn't seem so daunting anymore. Now, there's one last mistake we need to talk about, and it's the one that can quietly undermine all the others. But before we get to that, let's take a quick pause to reflect on what we have covered so far. You know, when we talk about happiness, especially later in life, it's easy to focus on the big things: health, relationships, having a sense of purpose. But there's one quiet happiness killer that often slips under the radar, and it has nothing to do with what's happening around us and everything to do with what's happening inside us. Mistake number 5: carrying around yesterday's hurts. Think about this for a moment. How much mental space do old regrets, grudges, or what ifs take up in your life? Maybe it's that falling out with a friend years ago that still stings when you think about it, or the career opportunity you wish you had taken, or even just the nagging sense that you didn't quite live up to your own expectations. Here's the hard but freeing truth: the past isn't just something that happened to you, it's something you carry with you. And the heavier that load gets, the harder it is to appreciate the present. Now, I'm not saying you should pretend those hurts don't matter, but ask yourself this: is holding on to this still serving me? Is it making my today better? If the answer is no, then it might be time to start setting some of that weight down. This doesn't happen overnight, but small steps help. Try writing a letter you'll never send. Pour out all those old feelings, then tear it up. Or talk to someone you trust about what's been weighing on you. Sometimes just saying it out loud takes away its power. And if it's really stubborn, that's when forgiveness comes in. Not for whoever wronged you, but for yourself. Because you, right now, deserve peace more than that past deserves your energy. Now we should bring it all together. So let's take a step back. We have talked about 5 mistakes that can chip away at happiness after 60. Waiting for happiness to find you instead of finding it in small moments every day. Letting isolation creep in when connection is what keeps us vibrant. Believing your best years are behind you when they might be right in front of you. Neglecting your body, even when small acts of care can make a big difference. Carrying old hurts that keep you from fully enjoying today. But here's what I really want you to take away: none of these are irreversible. Happiness isn't about being perfect, it's about being aware, noticing when you are falling into these patterns and gently steering yourself back. And remember, you are not alone in this. If any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What's one small change you'll try this week to nurture your happiness? Because here's the beautiful thing about this stage of life: it's never too late to make it sweeter, richer, and more joyful than you imagined. If you found this helpful, do me a favor: hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. More videos like this are on the way. But for now, from my heart to yours, here's to your happiness today and all the days to come. After all, you have earned it. See you in the next video.